Greetings, esteemed followers of Sparkling Future. Whether you're a newcomer or a steadfast devotee, it brings us great pleasure to welcome you and extend our gratitude for your support. Your ongoing assistance, sharing, and likes enable me to continue fulfilling the mission of popularizing psychology and philosophy. Have you ever been fortunate enough to have a best friend? Or at least experienced a profound, trusting friendship? Discovering a genuine, love-filled friendship that brings you joy, security, and stability is so rare and precious that when we encounter it, we can't help but hope it lasts forever. Having a friend like this can be one of life's greatest pleasures, so losing them can be heartbreaking. Saying goodbye to a best friend is painful, but trying to salvage a friendship that shouldn't continue can cause even more harm. Loving someone means wanting what's best for them, even if it hurts you. That being said, here are 6 signs to help you realize when it's time to let go of your best friend. Firstly, doubts about the friendship begin to surface. Even though you may be hesitant to admit it, doubts about the relationship start creeping in, questioning the significance of the friendship. Both of you have undergone significant changes, to the extent that you are now almost like entirely different individuals. You no longer share common interests and struggle to find things to talk about. What used to be easy and enjoyable conversations now feel awkward and forced. Activities you once enjoyed with them no longer hold the same appeal. Despite your longing to reminisce about the past and how things used to be between you, deep down, you know everything is just too different now. Secondly, communication dwindles. Another common reason for the end of a friendship is the gradual drift apart over time. You and your best friend have ventured onto different paths, yet you stubbornly pretend you haven't drifted apart. You still regard them as your best friend, even though you haven't been in touch for a long time. You hardly ever meet up, and neither of you makes an effort to do so. Perhaps you try to convince yourself that it's normal, especially when you're both busy or living far apart, but eventually, these excuses will start to feel hollow to you. Thirdly, your desires diverge. We all have plans and goals we wish to accomplish in our lives, and sometimes pursuing them means having to let go of certain people. When both you and your best friend are chasing different objectives, maintaining the friendship requires sacrificing the hopes and dreams of one person. Asking someone to give up their aspirations for your sake will ultimately breed resentment towards you. Fourthly, you make other friends. You may not realize how distant you've become from your best friend until you form close bonds with new acquaintances. When being with others feels more compatible and comfortable than being with your best friend, it's a clear sign it's time to let go, or at the very least, acknowledge that the friendship is no longer what it once was and relinquish the title of best friend. This doesn't mean your new friends are inherently better for you, or that you prefer them over your best friend. It simply signifies that you feel more connected to them than to your old friend, and you owe it to yourself and to them to be honest. Fifthly, they betray your trust. This is a particularly heartbreaking reason for ending a friendship, yet unfortunately, it does happen. After all, trust is the foundation of any healthy relationship, and without it, things can never progress or improve. Perhaps you've had too many arguments, or you've both said things that can't be taken back. In either case, the hurt is too deep, and the friendship cannot be salvaged. Sixthly, if you feel like the effort to maintain the friendship is almost entirely one-sided, and you've become a burden, then perhaps it's time to end the relationship. While rejection can be painful, especially when it comes from someone you consider your closest and dearest friend, attempting to coerce them into changing their mind is still wrong. If they no longer want you in their life, then preserve your dignity and leave. Seeking closure is an option, but going beyond that is not advised. In summary, staying with someone who clearly doesn't want you is detrimental to your self-esteem and mental well-being. Regardless of how you perceive it, letting go of someone you love is one of the most difficult and painful decisions in your life. You may go through a series of grieving cycles, including anger, denial, and sadness, before ultimately accepting it. Yet, amidst it all, you may deeply understand that it's the right choice. Some things are meant to part ways, and that's okay. People are destined to change and mature, and moving forward in life means learning and growing from the past rather than being weighed down by it. Lastly, let us remember that letting go does not signify failure, but rather, it is for the sake of a better future for both ourselves and the other party. Friendship is a precious journey, but sometimes, allowing it to naturally evolve is a necessary choice. Releasing relationships that no longer align with our paths of growth is to grant ourselves the freedom to pursue our dreams and goals more authentically. As we bid farewell, let us also cherish the beauty of the past, grateful for the laughter and support that this friendship once bestowed upon us. We thank you for your companionship and support, and we look forward to exploring more intriguing topics together, growing and progressing alongside you. May we all find happiness and fulfillment on the stage of life. Can you resonate with this video? Have you experienced any of the points mentioned or noticed such situations around you? What are your reactions? Please comment, subscribe, and like below. Don't forget to share this video with those who may relate to it. Thank you for watching, and until next time, farewell.